And this, hopefully this weekend we're looking at having, I've just been informed by Whiteside, we've got 3 people absent, no Prenter, no Blood and Sands, no Soulman. So that should leave us with 17, which should still be enough to do all 2 sessions of qualifying. Just waiting for the members to arrive. They have got another 4 minutes, if need be, if they want to take their time to join. I'm just trying to have a look through who we are missing out of the ones who have not been informed and not making it. Where are we? But yeah, last week saw a fairly, or last race 2 weeks ago, sorry, we saw a fairly chaotic race with the race starting wet and going dry, and I believe, if I remember correctly, went wet again and then dry again. Yeah. If I remember correctly.
I believe so.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, there's been a lot has happened since then for me to remember all of that.
There are a few conspiracy theories in the F2 that we do like to put it on wet weather for them.
Yeah, I've had a few conspiracy theories that even though it's set to random,
yep,
to dynamic, sorry, but that on some occasions it's been set to like a custom setting where I've just decided to put it wet just because. But as we all know, that ain't true. It's just F2 drivers believe they seem to get more than their fair share of wet weather racing. And to be fair, I think they've got a point. They do seem to have a lot more wet weather than we seem to in the F1 league.
Yes, it's just luck of the draw. It's.
Let's see who's joined. I'm missing one more. Oh no, that's it. That should be it, because I've just been told Artman's not potentially not coming either, so he's not online. So we don't know whether he's showing up or not. So this could actually be it with 16, but again, that's enough for full quali. Just the top 15 go through.
Yep.
Through to Q1, so I'll just confirm with 1 or 2 members.
Does look like everyone here is meant to be here.
Yeah, just confirming that this is everyone.
I will say
so we will go.
It's very nice to see BK back in into F1 again.
Yeah, he's had a few years away. I think I can't remember what last game it was. It might have been 14, if I remember correctly. When he last competed in the league.
Yeah.
Mainly because he struggled with the concept of how the cars handled and how the game behaved compared to the likes of Gran Turismo and Project Cars. I think that was just coming out as when you last raced.
Yeah, it's Codemasters have gone many different directions with the handling model.
The actual handling is a lot better. It's certainly brought a lot more people into the mix.
Yes, I mean I'm personally still struggling with it, so I haven't got my head around it.
Yeah, it's taken me a while to get the setup right. It's taken me a lot longer to get a feel. Just that I feel comfortable around the track.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same.
On the last game, it would take me a couple of sessions to start pumping in respectable times. Where on this game, it's taken a lot longer than that, which is good, because last thing you want people just showing up, blitzing the field or getting a reasonable result with no practice.
Yeah, it has brought a lot of people who were at the back of the grid last year quite a way up the grid. which is always a good thing.
I think one of the most noticeable members to comment on in regards to that will be Matey Boy.
Yeah.
Last season struggled to get into the top 10. Last race he was solidly up there. I think he ended up 8th in the end, but he was up there sort of the top 5, top 6 throughout the majority of the race. Right, and we are going to get going. This is everyone here.
Yep. And the good thing about this game, spectator mode. No having to do a lap in a car.
Yes, it does mean that we have both commentators able to watch the start of the race rather than one watching and one trundling around at the back to the pit lane and risking bringing a safety car out, which is more often than not.
It does, but to be honest, I haven't actually seen a safety car in this game yet.
No, we haven't had it in a league race, have we? Anyway,
I haven't had it at all.
I've had it in 1 or 2 occasions in just random practice sessions, but nothing meaningful, and only when there's been in the end like 5 or 6 cars out and about. Actually, these guys are all
ready up.
There we go. Time to start. So 16 people are on track, which means we're only going to lose 1 in Q1. And then when it comes to Q2, it'll be 11th through 15th who'll get knocked out in Q2. Those who get into the top 10 from Q2 obviously start on the tyres they qualify on, unless it's wet. And then obviously Q3 is for knockout for pole position. I'm sure we're all aware of that and know how the system works by now.
If you don't, it's just been explained to you.
Hopefully as simple as possible.
Yes. Very well done.
One aspect that is thanks. One aspect that is going to be confusing for us and well for the drivers as well is that we still appear to have a little glitched timing system in qualifying, so you don't actually get to see who is in what position until the end of each session, because as soon as a guy comes out from the pit lane, they end up right at the top of the pile for some reason because they've got no time against their name. So the game's assuming they've done a lap in 0 seconds and puts them right to the top. So it causes mass confusion for us in particular. At least for those out on track, they've got the timing screens to help sort of work themselves out where they are. Where we've got nothing. We just got to wing it basically.
Yep. we are going to have to work it out.
And for most of us, that's tough enough trying to watch someone go around the track, let alone trying to work out who's where.
Yeah.
But we have got high quality.
Yes.
That will cheer them up initially, anyway.
We have no one on track yet, but we do have a dry quali.
So round 2 here at China. It's quite a popular track with the majority of the fields and the majority of members on Racestation. Flowing track, fast, plenty of overtaking opportunities, and plenty of opportunity for the wet weather to make an appearance, as Michael C is the first driver to go out on track. But this weekend has rather been overshadowed a little bit by the sad news that broke yesterday. Oh, it's Michael C spinning. The sad news that broke out yesterday that Racestation's very own Rob Lee sadly passed away. A guy that me and Skyline knew very well. we've known for many years online racing. Rob was a teammate of mine for the first half of F1 2015. He's an all-round good guy. He was there from the outset.
Yep, he was one of the first met guys that I was actually racing online back in the GT6 days. So I've had the privilege of racing alongside him and against him for a few years, and it's quite upsetting to find out that he did pass away. But
yeah, so the drivers were asked. You may have noticed on the nose of Michael C's car, but the drivers have been asked to run with the number 40 on the front of their car today as a tribute to Rob Lee, who sadly passed away at the age of 40. I think the idea initially was to try and run with a number he had in his PSN name. Unfortunately, that's Valtteri Bottas' number, so that wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
So number 40 was chosen in its place. And also, there is a plan for the formation lap on the run to the grid before the start of the race that they're just going to run in a 2x2 formation as a tribute lap as well. So hopefully all goes to plan and goes smoothly in remembrance of Rob. He'll be sadly missed by all.
Yeah, he will. He was a very friendly guy, always willing to help. Always had an opinion on something, but generally an all-round
rightly or wrongly,
yeah,
it has to be said. He always had his voice, which people loved.
Yeah,
he was that nice guy, but had his confrontational sides when it came to certain opinions.
Yeah, but he will be missed across the entire league.
And the entire Racestation community. He was a big part of, as you said, Gran Turismo and Project Cars as well.
Yeah.
So the whole Racestation community will miss him for sure.
Okay, who do we have on an actual outlap or a fast lap?
It also appears, I'm just having a look through the field. Another nice touch that I wasn't aware of at the time. Everyone's wearing black helmets.
Yeah, I have noticed. Just picked that up.
Yeah, there's a few who haven't, but there's quite a few who are running with black helmets, which is obviously the equivalent of wearing a black armband in football. So the tributes are out there. As Michael C does the first flying lap of the session at 1:35.2, which we have no idea whether it's good enough to get people through or not.
Unfortunately, I cannot help you with that. I know a quick time in quali trim will be around a 1:32-ish, but I have no idea what the cutoff will be for Q2.
Well, as we picked up at the start of the session, there's only one person being knocked out, so that cutoff could be a lot lower.
Yeah.
Than was originally thought of. TLK gets into the 34s. White is off the track at turn 1, which is a notoriously difficult track.
And JB has just gone to a mid 34.
Puts the line coming up to the end of the lap, coming up to the hairpin. What has he done so far? It's a mix of tyres as well. Some are soft, most are super soft. But some are getting their soft tyres out of the way in this session.
Yeah, it's about tyre strategy here. Always about the tyre strategy. And KO goes very wide in the last corner, possibly invalidating his lap. And I would say KO. No,
I've got him going.
Oh, sorry, I have. I'm on. I'm on J Stone Recess way. Yeah.
You had me really worried there. So I was watching KO and he was going through turn 5 when you said he was running wide in the last corner. You had me really worried there that we had another glitch going on here.
No, because I had KO's name highlighted in the bottom to change to his car, but I hadn't changed to it, so I thought I was on him. Oops. There he goes. He's now coming down the back straight. I am actually on KO.
I'll be fair to Skyline. He hasn't commentated since Russia
Yeah.
last season on 16, so he's had near enough a year away from commentating.
Yeah, I do have excellent internet now, so I do have the capability to do it. I didn't quite have that capability back then.
KO running wide out the last turn. He starts his lap. Let's see how this looks for KO. He's also on the soft tyre, which is I'm actually quite surprised about. I thought he might have considered using that in Q2, to be honest. I think he would have been quick enough to use it and still get through to Q3.
Depends what tyres it gives you on the tyre strategy. He may have another set.
Yeah. And also the other concept, we don't know what the weather's going to be doing for the race.
Yeah.
It could be wet for the race as far as we know, but because we can't see, we won't know until we're on the grid.
We are a bit blind when it comes to information, which is something we
quite
hope,
literally with the fact I wear glasses.
Well, I do too.
Yeah.
I think half of Racestation do.
All those hours in front of the screen, it's killed our eyesight.
That's why I'm sitting 2 foot away from a 40-inch TV.
I'm slightly further away then. But KO coming up to the hairpin now. Let's see if he gets a braking right for here. Really difficult to get right. He's pretty much nailed that though.
Yep. No issue with traction.
Last corner, he ran wide here on his outlap. Just about holds it.
DRS open.
34-1.
34-1.
34-1 on a soft tyre is not a bad lap.
Very respectable. Dave 1025 is he's out. Well, he looks like he's on a hot lap the way he's attacking it.
I've noticed some lag from TLK unfortunately again at the moment. Hopefully that will sort itself out before the race.
That's very nice from Dave 1025. He's looking to improve on his I think one race finish last year.
Yeah, which was an 11th place as well. And he didn't. He also invalidated. So he didn't set a time.
Ooh.
And his fuel light's on as well, so he hasn't got enough fuel for another lap. He'll have to box and then stick on the super softs.
That's going to be a manic rush for him. Get in and back out and around and get a solid lap in.
Yeah, he's got the time if he wants to. He'll have the time to do 2 runs if he doesn't loiter around on his in lap, but it's not ideal because that's 2 sets gone.
Oh yeah, we can see TLK lagging behind.
I'm also getting a little bit from Soups, I'm noticing. A tiny bit from Soups.
TLK's is quite... Oh, TLK's is so bad he's actually gone into a wall. And then
returned.
Returned. This is some horrible lag.
Oh, he's left the session, he's disconnected.
Yeah. It was bound to happen with a connection like that.
He had no problems last week. He seems to really have on and off weeks when it comes to his connection. It's very, very bizarre.
Yeah.
It's almost as if on every other race weekend, he has like the entire town using his broadband. His connection just goes.
Yeah, one day it's fine, the next day it's terrible. I do feel for him because I've personally had that situation myself. But it is...
Yeah, so have I. So have I in the past. Connection of I think back in the day when I first started racing in F1 2011, F1 2012, my broadband connection would be on about 4 or 5 meg on a Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been there as well.
It does seem that Jace the Reese is having the same issue.
One member that is good to see back on the grid after missing Australia due to the fact he didn't actually have the game was Charlie. It's good to see Charlie back out there on the grid in his in the Haas.
It's always good to see Charlie. He's always been a lover of the F1 game.
Yeah, he's just hasn't really had the best of luck with it more often than not.
Oh, madman into the 33s.
Oh, I appear to have lost my timing because that didn't pop up on my screen. Which is a shame. Let's go back to Charlie. He's also on the soft tyre. It sounded like a slight lift going through the left-hand part of the fast left-right section in sector 2, which is quite surprising with these cars. Got the end of sector 2. Ooh. It's slowed down quite nicely now. How's his traction onto the back straight? Pretty good. Instant with the DRS. And how it's all important. You could do the most amazing lap and then just ruin it right here.
Yeah. It's
Charlie seems to navigate that well up to the last turn, which just keeping the rear in touch. It goes 5th on my screen, but I have no idea if that's actually accurate or not.
Well, okay, well.
TLK's still got massive lag.
Yeah, he's jumping all over the place. Oh, BK has exceeded track limits a few times. And he's invalidated his lap as well.
It's quite interesting to see that both the Mercs. So we've got. It looks like both the Mercs are right down there, 14th and 16th at the moment.
Oh.
Which will be bad news for one of them if it stays that way.
I'm sure J19's gonna pop in a nice lap here. He's generally quite quick. As he's rounding the last corner.
Yeah, I think this is the start of that.
Yeah.
I think. It must be, nothing's popped up.
No, nothing has popped. Yeah, he's starting his lap now. Very neat and tidy through the first section.
Very aggressive with the downshifts.
Yes. There's a big issue in this game, as you can now damage your gearbox, your engine, and your power unit.
Yeah.
So the more aggressive you are, what is it?
It still looks like a good enough lap to get him up there. It's just got to keep the last couple of corners tidy.
Well, there's been no mistakes. He's hitting every apex. I think this will be somewhere in I'd say a 34, quite comfortably. Gets the braking right.
Around the final bend. Quite steady compared to some of the other drivers I've watched.
He's
Did he actually set a time?
Yep, he says he's gone 4th.
On my screen, it's showing him staying in 14th. He's not actually set a time on my screen. Which is very strange.
Oh, let's
I
have a
wonder
look
if
at that.
I wonder if the TLK disconnection has messed up on my timing screen a little bit.
Yep, it's not popped up on mine.
Well, J19 had a this and next lap invalidation. Which might explain that.
Yeah.
There's been a few drivers who have had that. BK's had that twice. And J19's had that once. JB Troll's had that once.
Yeah.
So this might be the lap. This has to be the lap.
Yeah. If he doesn't get this lap in, he's going to be...
He's cruising. He's cruising. He's not really using all the revs on this lap. Putzman's retired, so he's obviously thinking he's comfortable.
BK's retired. Obviously thinking he is.
G19 is on the grass.
Oh.
What the hell is that about? I think he's retiring as well.
It's a bit naughty when you're meant to complete a lap or retire in the pits.
Yeah, TLK's lag is still evident. We'll need to try and see if we can find the root of that issue, whether it's someone using Wi-Fi or whether he's got a phone or tablet on using the Wi-Fi at the same time that he can afford to turn off.
Yeah. Or just get a
Wi-Fi
connection.
Him streaming.
Yeah.
Whether it's him trying to stream, and if he is, turn it off.
Seems to have calmed down a little bit. He's starting to get a few jumps here and there.
He had a little jump going down the back straight when I was last watching him, but as you say, it appears to be less frequent now. Callum Rose is coming around the final bend. He's already shown as being, well, he's shown as being P10, but whether that's accurate, who knows?
He's showing showing P11 for me. So
that's what I mean. It's all completely nuts. So we'll see when this session ends.
TLK
White and
looks
TLK.
Yeah.
White and TLK are the only two drivers out there. White's at the hairpin. Hopefully he won't box and that he'll go across the start line. He's cruising, but hopefully he knows the drill to turn left now, which he isn't.
Has he entered the pits? He has, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. We do apologise, viewers.
People should know by now not to pit at the end of a session, because it just means that we have to sit and wait. TLK does complete the lap. As far as I'm aware of, he's already through.
Seems to be. BK's was a 136. 130. It could be BK that has not been knocked out.
Seems to me, it looks like TLK's still flying around. It's not as if the AI's driving.
Yeah.
I wonder if him disconnecting is
messed the session up.
Reset his clock, maybe.
Possibly.
So my screen, I've got, I don't know if it's the same for you, in the clock on the right hand side it's showing 20 seconds.
Well, yeah, I've got, well, it's just now, it's 6:15 now. But it's
when you're meant to complete the lap by before the session cuts you off. So the session is done, that's the time that you have to cross the line. So we'll see what happens when that hits 0. And it's still going.
Yeah, well, he's open.
I'm going to message him saying retire. because yeah, I think where he's disconnected, it's glitched it out a bit.
That's another issue we're having with the game.
He's our boxing anyway. Yeah, he's left the session. He's disconnected again.
He's qualified in 12th. 1 second, viewers. I do apologise for this.
So it was Madman, J19 and Kato top 3. Weirdly, I'm not getting any reports on the tyres that they used for their lap.
I do apologise for that.
But BK unfortunately was the driver who was knocked out in that session.
I apologise for that.
We had a straggler.
Yes.
To join our commentary booth here. We had to quickly get security to remove him. So, unfortunately for TLK as well, if he does rejoin the session, he is now out as well, because he's disconnected between the sessions, so it won't let him retake his car for Q2. So he's stuck at starting 15th if he does rejoin the session.
You may need to reset everything. His PlayStation. Oh, no,
he's rejoined now.
He's just rejoined. I don't think he's fully reset all his modem and computer, but
he might have just turned off, as I've said, other devices that may have been connected, which might be enough to, as we've got a few cars come out of the garage now. He might have done enough to stay connected. We will see.
Oh, and we have a Red Bull and a Williams fighting for the same piece of tarmac on an outlap.
That would have been Callum Rose and Matey Boy. I think, who were those two drivers who were doing what I remember, I think Schumacher and Alonso did. One of the first times this sort of 2 to 3 part qualifying format was introduced. Fighting for a track position. So the two Mercs have also gone out. J19 has gone out early this time, rather than leaving it a little bit late.
So
everyone, to be honest, because there was a few who used soft tyre in Q1, I suspect everyone will probably use a super soft.
Yeah.
In this session.
It is looking like everyone has gone out on supers. Except for Madman, who is in the garage on a set of softs.
He might change that before leaving the pits. We will see.
Everyone who is going to track is on the super softs.
Yep, J19 currently just starting his lap, going through turn 1. This is turn 2. 3. 4 is just the acceleration zone out of 3, really. 5 is the kink. And into turn 6. Pretty much bang on there, through turn 6. Now the fast left right is 7 and 8. Flat out 7. 8 will be a downshift or 2. Probably a little bit too slow there actually. J19. 9 and 10 pretty much acts as one swooping left-hander. Tight turn 11 and 12. Through a long turn 13. He's got some understeer in that thing.
Yeah, I was about to say, Matey Boy has the same. I'm guessing they've set the car up for understeer to protect the rear tyres.
JB Troll 33.8. That's pretty much what we saw in Q1.
Matey Boy goes
J19.
7th.
J19 across the line now. P4. KO's out there. KO's coming out now. On the super soft as well.
And Suits in the McLaren, weaving all the way down the back straight.
KO not doing the best job in moving out of the way of faster cars there on a lap. Would have been a bit of a distraction there for the Sauber Jace DeReese. Coming into turn 1, seeing a Ferrari dart across his screen. Oh, I think I'm just double check that. But yeah, we've got one driver on the soft, and that's Dave 1025, who's using an unused part of the circuit at the moment to stay out of the way, which is quite interesting, but also quite brave, because the game could easily invalidate his lap spot even on the out lap.
Yeah, it can also give you a penalty as well for that.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision there from Dave 1025, but he is on the soft tyre, so he's hoping to get through on the soft, which might not be a bad decision if he can start on those, because these super softs, they're great round here.
The softer tyre's never been the greatest race tyre at China.
It's quite an abrasive track, this. It really does wear out. You get a lot of thermal dead round here.
It's quite a difficult track to set the car up for in tyre wear, because the first sections you need a lot of traction and a lot of turning, and then when you're coming down the back straight, the tyres are cooling down for that heavy braking zone. So
yeah,
the tyre does go through a definite workout at this track.
KO starts his lap now, going through turns 1 and 2. Turn 3. KO showed in qualifying at Australia that he appeared to have the advantage in the dry, but as soon as the track got a little bit damp, he really did start to struggle, and he was outdone by Madman and Michael C. In the wetter conditions at Australia.
We can't discount that though as just him not being good in the wet. That could have been a set-up choice, where he set the car more up for dry conditions.
I think for KO, because he was so quick in the practice sessions we did around Australia, that he was just wanting to run with it because he knew he had the pace to be at the front.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it just meant that it looked almost undrivable at times for him in the wet, especially in the early stages. It looks almost, he had a lot of hairy, scary moments in the opening laps around there.
Yeah, we had a couple at Australia ourselves, didn't we, Vern?
Yeah, you can say that again.
A few code rounds.
A bit surprised to come around turn 14 and find you parked across the track. Unfortunately, you were just recovering from a spin as I was coming around on my fast lap. That was just the least of my worries. I then wrecked my second lap and then disconnected from the race.
You don't generally get any valet parking at Australia, so I ended up where I ended up.
So we've got 6 minutes left of this Q2 part of qualifying, so a lot of the drivers will probably be considering coming into the pits around now. Prepare themselves for one last run.
Dave is looking very quick on the soft tyre.
I'm on him now. It's just coming down the back straight. Let's see what time he can do here. The sole Toro Rosso for this weekend, with Soulman not being able to make it. Okay. 1.8 off.
It's not a bad effort on the soft tyre.
Let's have a look at Whiteside. Just coming around the last bend now, I think, to start a lap.
So 35.2.
Yeah, Whiteside is starting a lap. Again, not using the full revs of that Renault engine. Really short shifted 7th to 8th, and he's got a really dancing rear end that's probably more suited for Strictly than for the track. He's going to struggle to get through this session.
And he's here. He's going to have to pull something out of the bag.
I think he may have backed off already, you know. He just does not appear to be pushing.
I think I may know why he's short shift so early. Mike uses automatic gears, so.
Oh, of course he does. The game doesn't utilise all the revs in certain gears.
Yes. It will cost you quite a lot of time. Who else is on a hot lap? Soups is on a hot lap.
Whiteside comes on the final bend. Stage 13. It doesn't show it's setting a time.
Putland seems to have a lot of understeer in that car. Seems to be a lot of steering angle going through 3 and 4.
I'd say they could. I mean, to be honest, having a car set up with a little bit of understeer would be a suitable way to go for the wet, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So does this indicate that we might be getting some wet weather in this race, and that the drivers
We may well do, because a quick time round here will be in the 32s. So the drivers may have set the car up for the race conditions of expecting a downpour.
And if so, that won't.
Yeah.
If so, they just won't cheer up with that F2 lot.
I think the chat box will be full of complaints tomorrow.
Dave 1025's gone back out there, but on the Super Softs this time. He's going out there for one run on Supers. He is shown as being P9, but again, is that a legitimate P9 or is that a time glitch P9? We will see.
He's showing on me as 11. So
he's somewhere in the top 15.
Yeah.
There you go. We'll keep it that simple.
He says 11 on his steering wheel.
Let's have a look. For me, no, it says 9 on the steering wheel for me.
There you go, but ladies and gentlemen, we can't trust anything.
Nope. The only thing we can trust is the race, where we actually can see who's where.
Yeah.
Qualifying, until Codemasters fix it, we're in the hands of the gods to work out who's where.
If we can get it right, I'll be buying a lottery ticket.
Just wish it come a week early so I could have done the Euro Millions on Friday, which was over 160 mil.
One lucky winner in Spain, I believe.
And if it was Carrie, I would literally jump out my window.
Yeah. I hope it wasn't him. I really hope it wasn't.
Anyway, Dave 1025's just started his last run in Q2 to come out of turn 4 through the kink of 5.
Well, it says he's jumped up to P2 now.
Yeah, I'm getting that, so that's one similarity we're getting right, but he's also showing us being 20 seconds off the lead on my screen.
Yeah, it's at 20.249. So
I'm actually getting that as well. Oh, yeah, we actually got accurate info.
Yeah.
No, 267 now.
yeah, it's just changed for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Darkman joins. We've got a late arrival. Obviously, maybe forgetting that the race was on.
Quite possibly, or he was watching the football. You never know.
I'm not sure what nationality Darkman is.
Putland retires.
And again retires, so he's obviously comfortable with the lap he's done, and he'll be comfortable enough to get through into the top 10. 10:25 around the last bend. Over the line. Shows P6 on my screen.
Yep. That's what I'm getting. So it may be right.
We've only got J3 and Matey Boy out there. Matey Boy on the soft. Coming around the last bend. Now we've got J3's coming up to the hairpin now.
No.
Matey Boy goes 8th.
So Joe Cerise rounds the last corner. Oh, that was a bit of a cut.
Don't think he made it through.
No.
Don't think he made it. No, 13. P13. So J Cerise is one of the drivers out. I believe Whiteside is another one. So the 5 drivers out.
Soups.
Of course, TLK as well. TLK couldn't participate because he disconnected between the sessions. So TLK, Whiteside, J Cerise, Soups, and White. I'll tell you what, Putterland was cutting it fine, retiring when he did. It was only a 10th and a half and being knocked out.
But Matey Boy and Madman both made it through on the soft tyre. Very interesting.
34-1 on the soft tyre is not a bad lap from there from Madman.
It's a very good effort.
And here we go, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we're into the top 10 shootout. All drivers get an additional set of supers to use in this session, which then get handed back at the end.
No,
and of course we only get 12 minutes, so there's no real time to hang around. As we have a Red Bull of Callum Rose leaving, he's the first one out.
Yeah, and because Matey Boy and Madman qualified on the soft, they're going to have an extra set of tyres.
Callum Rose cutting the pit lane exit.
Whoops.
As he came out the pits there.
How's that been?
Unfortunately, I caught that on my stream, so that might result in a point on his licence.
Yeah. Oh, he's only got a warning for it. He hasn't been penalised.
Yeah, the game only warns you in quali, but if it was in a race, it would have been a little bit more. But I think our rules have it. It's a point on your licence per offence.
Yes, there's a few people found out that in Brazil.
In the F1 League last season. I'll tell you what, the totting up of that penalty was difficult to work out.
Yeah, it was good. Oh, that gave me a headache that evening.
Me too. KO, I think we've got. We've got 9 of the 10 out there at the moment.
I'm currently sitting on Madman in the McLaren.
I believe he's on an outlap. I think KO is further up the road from him. He is. He's just coming through turn 13 now. So I'm going to stick with KO to begin with.
I'm going to stay on Madman. And it looks like JB Troll is after him.
There's a Red Bull behind KO, which will be either Putterland or Callum. Or KO nearly drops it coming out the last turn.
Ooh.
That was a scary moment.
Looks like
before he'd even started the lap.
Looks like the two Hasses are getting in each other's way on their outlap. That's going to be a... I don't know what the Hasses are up to. They may be trying to employ the I'll give you a slipstream and I'll tow you around the track, but they are literally on top of each other on a qualifying lap.
I think it's just Michael hasn't given himself enough space. KO coming through 12 and 13 now. The rear again dancing. Really having to put opposite lock on the power out of 12. Tons of 35.4, but that won't be respectable.
It's probably probably made a mistake on that lap. There's 34.8 for Dave. Oh, that looked like a bit of a cut. Oh,
J19 33.6. This KO was. Oh, he didn't get the apex at all on the last corner. Still good enough for a 33.4 though. I think there could be a 32 in there.
I reckon
left.
High 32 I think is possible.
Madman over the line? No.
33.3. It's come up a 33.3 for me, for Madman.
Okay, I'm not getting any lap data for Madman then. This is not showing him as having set any kind of time at all.
I must say, well,
JB Troll over the line. P3, 4 tenths off.
KO is still drifting the car around. Oh.
I don't think he's got that car quite dialed in like he did last week in the 2 weeks ago in the dry around Melbourne.
He's looking extremely twitchy.
He just hasn't got. Maybe he's running a bit too much camber or something, but he's just not able to get the power down in the traction zones where you're also having to turn the wheel. So it turns 9 and 10, turn 13. The car is just wanting to drift, and he pits.
That's not going to be a great setup for the race. That is going to munch the rear tyres.
Hartman's left the session as well. Interesting. He's joined late and then left before it started.
Oh, a 33.2 from Madman.
Putterland's out of fuel. See, I'm getting no lap data for Madman. He's shown us P7 having set no time.
Right, he is currently on a 33.2.
See, have even in my race director, I've got KO showing as P1 on a 33.4.
KO's a 33.4 and J19 a 33.6. Then JB Troll is a 33.8. Charlie a 33.9.
It's all rather tight.
Yeah. Callum Rose a
All rather
33.9.
close.
Then there's a jump up to 34.8 with Dave 1025. Pusserland seems to be on an in lap.
Yeah, Putterland has had no fuel left.
Yeah,
He was crawling back to the pit.
it shows he's invalidated his lap as well.
Right, this
Michael
is a little lull
C. Michael
between.
C. Matey Boy has still not set a time.
He's not out there yet either. But maybe he's only going to do the. Or use up the one set of tyres, which is probably the tyre you get given for this session that you have to hand back.
He's probably trying to save that nice set of super softs for the race.
As Matey Boy just leaves the garage now.
Yeah. Oh, and rolls onto the grass.
Yeah, JB Troll has just snuck in ahead of KO.
Oh.
JB Troll's just done a 33.422, where KO's done a 33.433, 11 thousandths quicker than KO for his lap there.
Proving extremely tight.
Retired.
Oh. Is that an accident, or is he just...
He's retired it. It's not come up as a terminal damage on my screen.
Maybe he's run out of tyres or run out of time.
All we've had is, for this session, is so Callum Rose got the warning for crossing the pit lane exit. JB Troll got invalidated lap time for exceeding track limits. And Charlie got a warning for speeding in the pit lane.
Ooh, very naughty.
Just under 3 minutes to go now. So some drivers will have time for 2 runs here.
Matey Boy may have an issue here. He's a little bit of lag coming down the back straight.
Yeah. He's got is that JB Troll behind him, who's, I believe, on an in-lap. Because he's just set a lap time. Enough to put in P2 at the moment, so I think JB Troll may be pitting. Yeah, Macy Boy starting a lap now. I'll keep an eye on this and see where this puts him. He's been in revitalised form ever since this game was released.
He will be starting the race on the soft tyre if it's a dry race.
Pusserland's retired. Someone if he's invalidated.
Been very neat in the first sector.
Yeah, he just seems a lot more composed.
He's
a lot more, just a lot more stable.
That's an extremely quick 24/7 in the first sector, compared to KO's 24.5 for KO. So he's 2 tenths down at the moment. 2 tenths down so far.
So we might be looking at potentially another high 33 here. Getting amongst that group of drivers in the mid to high 33s.
He's just done a 28 flat, which is 3 tenths faster than Michael. And 3 tenths quicker than from KO in the middle sector.
Oh wow!
So he
this is a good lap here from Matey Boy.
So he may be on for a front row start
nicely
here
as well.
Yeah. He may be carrying a little bit more wing for that middle sector.
Over the line. P3 is that? Is that P3?
Oh, it's not come off as a time yet for him. Yep, a
For me, he's done a
33.4.
33.448,
Yep. JB Troll's a
which is
33.422.
it's right in there with KO and JB Troll. That is a
Yeah,
fantastic time from Matey Boy. He will be absolutely through with that.
Madman is on another lap. And has
Day
done.
10.25 on a lap.
Oh, Madman is on a great lap. He's done a sub 28 second sector. He's done his fastest ever first
Who's that
sector.
having to get out of his way there? That was a Haas getting out of his way through turn 13 there. Hopefully that didn't put him off or cost him any time. KO's just done a 32.8. It's just popped up on my screen.
Yeah, I've got that too. But Madman is on an even quicker lap. So he rounds the next.
Oh, he was wide. Was he a little bit wide there? I don't think that was ideal. No, P1 on my screen. But that's actually
With a
accurate.
32.742.
Yeah, there you go. 10th quicker than KO.
And he will be starting on the harder tyre as well. It's going to make things very interesting at the start.
The Day 10.25 is out of fuel, coming down the back straight. As is Michael C. Coming up to the last turn. Hopefully he doesn't box and he goes round to finish the lap. And he is. And Michael C. knows the drill. Dave 10.25 hopefully knows the drill as well. And he does as well. Good.
Yay!
We should be, as soon as Dave 10.25 hopefully being downhill, can go over the line a little bit quicker. We'll be getting the session done.
He's opened his DRS for full effect.
that really made a difference.
Yeah.
So, Madman takes pole on a 32.7, KO second, 32.8, and then we've got JB Troll, Matey Boy, third and fourth, both on a 33.4.
Yeah.
J19 fifth, 33.6, Charlie and Callum Rose, sixth and seventh, 33.9. You got Michael C down in 8th, 34.1. Day 10.25, 34.2 in 9th, and then Pusserland only doing the 34.9 there.
Yes.
I don't think he extracted the most out of his car in that session.
No, he's definitely not a session he wants to remember.
Right, so we're now in the 5-minute break. I've got it as 7:58 on my clock. That I use. We'll go 7:59. Sorry. So we'll be going 8:04. Just to remind people, the formation lap today will be a tribute lap. So it will be a little bit slower than normal, but it will hopefully look rather decent, to be honest, from a spectator's point of view. Right, dry start, but there does appear to be a few clouds in the air.
Ooh, he's looking a bit dark.
It's looking a little bit dark out there, so I do wonder if we are going to see some rain at some point in this race. And if we are, that will potentially just spice it up and cause absolute havoc, even more so.
It will be very entertaining to watch KO drive in the rain, especially seeing as his car was a handful in the dry.
Yeah, hopefully he's done a little bit of wet weather running, or a bit more wet weather running in preparation for this race.
You would hope so.
To give him the opportunity to at least stick out on track. Now, Artman, who joined late, he will be in the race. He does drive for Williams, but because he's joined late, the game will just automatically allocate him into a team, which might actually end up being the Ferrari, because we've only got one of those, so it might actually stick it in him in that. We will see, but whatever Artman ends up driving in, he will still score his points for Williams. It's just the game doesn't let you choose a car when the session is already running. I've got 16 drivers on the grid, so we lost BK, who hasn't returned after disconnecting. But we've had Dartman join, so we have still got the 16 that we started with, just not the same 16. So, what are we expecting strategy-wise? You reckon today?
Well, it's hard to.
If it was going to be fully dry, of course.
If it was fully dry, I'd expect a two-stop strategy. But then again, I proved in Australia before I crashed you can go extremely long on the tyres. So it is possible that a one-stop strategy could come into play if it's an entirely dry
It is
race.
possible, but as I found out in that same race, you weren't overly quick at that point, I have to admit.
Yeah, well, don't worry, I haven't been quick since I got the game, so that's it. I'm not taking it.
Long after I had done my second stop to steam up to the back of you.
Yeah. I think I am actually driving a McLaren Honda. I do have the Honda engine.
So you're probably right. A one-stop probably is possible with
Yeah.
the length of the tyre wear, but probably in hindsight, in terms of overall pace, I think we're looking at a two-stop here.
Yeah.
So it's going to remain dry. But looking at the clouds, I'm not too sure about
that. It really it depends how Codemasters have coded the game. If it's true to real life, and this was, I think some people did a one-stop, some people did a two-stop.
Yeah.
So if it follows what happened in China, then it could be a one-stop.
Yeah, it seemed like this game was. It's obviously got a better tyre life compared to the last game, but it doesn't quite seem to have the same tyre life as in real life. It seems to still. It doesn't have the same effects.
Yeah.
Because if you end up going long doing a one stop, you are not quick or not as quick, ideally for that segment of the race. Whereas in real life, they're doing one stops in certain races and they're actually still keeping up with the pace, no problem at all. So it does seem like the tyre situation is still a lot closer to what it is in real life. It's just not 100% there.
Yeah.
I have been reliably informed by a person on the grid that it's forecast to be dry for the entire race.
So all.
By a comment left in my YouTube channel here.
Yeah, so I am currently getting comments left by my illustrious teammate in F1. I think he's having a go at me for condemning the Honda engine.
Come on, Demon. Behave yourself. I've sent the signal to go, and there we are. Timer has started. And this is where, I'm assuming most people have got the memo, because looks like everyone's running the tribute numbers and the tribute helmets, that we should see this tribute formation lap as well.
You would hope so.
What the plan is basically for these guys to run 2x2 in the grid order that they're in.
One thing we haven't got.
KO probably jumps off a little bit quicker than he should have done, and Whiteside has gone straight to the front. Okay, this isn't what I've been informed would happen.
Okay, it's Whiteside lead.
Basically, Whiteside is leading the field round, by the looks of it, which wasn't quite quite the info I was given, but if it still works, it still works. Although it looks like Charlie's already hit someone because he's already been reset to the grid boxes.
Yeah. From what I understood, it would be a 2x2 formation lap. But
that's what I was reliably informed as well. What was mentioned in conversations earlier, but they've obviously decided to do a single file with Whiteside leading away. But let's have a quick opportunity to run through the tyres while we're doing this. So we have got Madman, obviously, as we know, on the soft tyre, which could be that'll be an interesting battle. Him on the soft against KO on the super soft.
But it doesn't look like KO's tyres will last that long with the way he's been sliding.
JB Troll on the super soft, Matey Boy on the super soft on my screen. I thought he qualified on the soft in Q2.
That was the information that the screen gave me.
Yeah. J19 super soft, Callum on super soft. I believe Charlie's also on super soft. Michael, Daniel 1025 and Putterland all top 10 are all on supers. Then from 11th, White on supers. Soups in 12th is on the soft. Jay's 3's in 13th on the super soft. Whiteside in 14th on the soft. Artman in 15th is in the Ferrari, is on the super softs. TLK, weirdly enough, has ended up in the Toro Rosso. I don't know how that's happened.
Bit of a
glitch
glitch
there. He's in 16th on the super softs as well. Obviously, where he's left and rejoined between the sessions, it's actually not kept his car.
It's another issue we have.
It's another, that's a new one on us.
As all the cars are lining up on the grid.
Yep. It's a fairly short run to turn 1, but it's a high speed beginning to the turn and then rapidly decreases as you go through turns 2 and 3.
So you're going to get a bit of a pinch point.
Yeah, you get a pinch point. It's prone to collisions. As the lights are going, 3, 4, 5. The lights are out and we are away. And a lot of wheel spin.
Madman gets a brilliant start considering he's on the harder tyre. Oh,
JB Troll's run wide, he's wide. He's going to lose positions here.
Oh, he's come onto the back across the path of Putterland. Putterland's not going to be happy with that.
KO is second, but look who's in P3. Matey Boy.
Oi.
Matey Boy is up into P3.
Wow. Is that lag? Oh!
That lag, or is he? No, I think he's
he lost it.
He's lost it. So he's now back down to P6. So that's allowed J19 up into 3rd. Charlie in 4th. Michael C in 5th. Matey Boy's dropped down to 6th. JB Troll's dropped down to 7th. Oh, there's lag. There's lag. Is that JB Troll lagging?
Oh, yeah. That is JB Troll. Yeah, Force India is doing a bit of a dance there down the straight.
If it's not one Force India, it's the other.
Yeah.
Matey Boy's now down to 8th. He's lost more positions. Soups has snuck up to 9th, and I think, and White has just moved up into the top 10.
Oh, is KO going to close up behind Madman? Oh.
Not really.
No. Seems Madman's got enough straight line speed.
JB Troll on the grass on the braking into the hairpin. I think to avoid the back of Callum. And he's ended up losing out to back again to Matey Boy and nearly to Soups. He just rejoins in front of Soups. There's a lot going on back there. What's going on back there? J3's TLK. P16. Whatever you saw at the first turn.
There is really still at the back here. He is going through turn 4.
Between J3 and Putterland and then Dayton.
Michael C and Putterland. I can't tell if it's lag or they're actually hitting each other.
Where is Michael C? Michael C's up in P5. Wide.
Yep.
It was
Oh.
Soup's running wide in turn 12 and just finding a slot, but losing out position to White. So White's now back up into P10 in these opening laps here.
White side is under threat.
And White's under threat as well.
Yep. White side has just been passed by.
Oh, White is deep on the roll. There's a little touch there.
Oh.
White's had to go deep, and that's allowed. Is that Putterland? Is that Putterland? Already up to 10. He was in 16th at the start of this lap. He's climbed from 16th to 10th in a lap. He's made his way through that cluster of cars.
What?
And he's back to where he started on the grid.
Oh, KO is under threat from his position. KO is big.
Oh yeah, J19 right on him.
J19 is right on the back of that Ferrari. And Charlie has closed right up to the back of the Mercedes.
So we've got Madman only a couple of seconds ahead. And then you got KO with J19 and Charlie right up behind him. And this is the first lap of DRS, don't forget.
Yeah.
And KO, at the last split, was shown as being, he's 1.1 behind, so KO's not going to get DRS, so he is under threat here. If J19 can get a good run, he should be able to get alongside, because KO is not going to have DRS here, I don't believe.
No, he's definitely
and the
not
DRS
got
line
it.
now? No, he's definitely not got it. The DRS is not that effective this year. You have to be a lot closer for it to work.
Yeah, you have to get a really good run out the out the corner to be on the. You have to be on their gearbox for it to work.
Matey Boy's 7th. TLK's worked his way up to 8th. His connection seems better at the moment. It's Charlie does the fastest lap of the race.
Well, that's interesting. KO had DRS on the start-finish straight.
Okay.
But he didn't have it on the back straight. So did Madman make a mistake at the hairpin?
Quite possible. Soups and... Is that JB Troll? JB Troll had a shocking start.
KO is going for... No, KO locks up massively.
JB Troll, who started 3rd on the grid, don't forget, I think has just... Yeah, he's now P12.
Look. He's had a nightmare opening lap.
Oh, he's lunging up the inside of Soups, but that was not going to work.
Hopefully there's no contact.
KO's right on the back of Madman again.
Yep.
Madman's not had a good lap.
He seems to be making a few mistakes. KO's going to have DRS this time round. He's gone very wide.
Yeah, Madman's managed to pull a little bit of a gap. Is it going to be enough? It looks feasible that he might be able to be close enough.
Oh, it's going to be a lunge. It's going. Oh, he's
not close enough.
He's thought better of it, but he's getting the better. Oh, he's KO sliding again. But he's got the better. He's back on his gearbox again.
Is he going to have a look into turn 1? Surely not. Surely not. Here he is, though. Gaining. Madman goes defensive.
Oh,
KO's looking for the cutback.
He's done. Oh, there's contact. There is contact.
Wheel to wheel. Madman's holding on. Madman's still there.
Madman's got the inside line.
Oh, more contact. But KO's got it done.
Yeah, he's got the job done. But Madman's looking back.
Madman's looking to come back. Up the inside into 6.
He thought better of it.
So KO takes the lead, and look.
And Charlie is on to
J19.
3rd. Charlie's up into 3rd.
I think I did see that Merc run wide in turn 1 when we're focusing on the KO Madman battle. So I think J19 may have fallen off the track.
KO's all over the place. Madman has to take evasive action just in case.
And on the last time round, Madman had the better traction through 13. So will Madman come straight back?
Right. So now Madman is going to get DRS. Madman will have DRS. How
KO looks
much will he
like
close up?
KO looks like I don't think that's not really close enough.
No, it seems KO is running a lot less wing for that straight. Because Madman did not make any inroads into him.
But all four of those cars, well, second, third, and fourth, all had DRS on each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
J19 nearly loses it out the last turn.
And Charlie, another fastest lap of the race with 38.
Yeah, Madman's actually having a look at his mirrors more than KO at the moment.
Oh, KO very wide around the first corner.
Though, which makes him slow and wide through that turn.
Oh, so Madman's closed back up, but Charlie's closed up to Madman. This is
KO lost 4/10 in sector 1. Again, KO's wide, he's missed the apex.
Oh,
Three of them nose to tail in the opening laps of this race. Oh, there was contact there, Charlie and Madman.
There was a little rub of the wheels there.
Charlie had a massive run through that fast left-hander there. I just hope he hasn't suffered any wing damage there. But that's allowed KO to pull away nearly to a second now. It's 9/10.
Oh, I hate to say it, there may be some wing damage there for Charlie. His car doesn't look like it's turning in too well.
No, he's under threat from J19. He's one. Is he? Yeah, he's still got DRS just. But I think you're right. He seemed to have he just seemed to drop back a little too much.
If we jump on his car, we can. Doesn't look like there's any front wing damage. It may be very minor, but in this game it does show up quite a lot.
Yeah. Anyone who watched my stream last week from my point of view of the race at Australia, I had the tiniest nudge. Oh, as KO loses the rear through turns 2. Madman nearly capitalising on that. I had the tiniest nudge of my wing on Tommy. It wasn't even broken, it was still green. It was like a different tint of green to a full wing, and that was still enough to cause me a hell of an amount of understeer.
Yeah, see? Charlie may not have any wing damage, because he's closed right back up.
He did seem to have to slam on the brakes. I wonder if he just had the slightly overheated tyres for a couple of corners there.
Could have been. He lost a bit of momentum, so he's now picked it back up. Hopefully he hasn't got any damage, and he can.
Michael C is just off these guys in 5th. TLK up to 6th. Not doing too badly. Caliber 7th.
White.
Matey Boy in 8th. Artman's up to 9th. JB Troll's up to 10th now after his terrible start. Putalan 11th. Dayton 25 12th. Soups 13th. Mike, Jay Sturries and White rounding out the 16 cars.
The battle up the front.
J19's fallen off the back of these guys a little bit.
He's dropped out of DRS. So Charlie and Madman continue to hound KO.
KO again. Oh, Charlie's wide. Charlie's on the grass.
Yeah.
That would have lost him a little bit of time, and J19's right on him again. Madman is sticking within a second. Now, I don't know, because I've not done a lot of testing around here. I don't know how long these super softs are due to last. So I don't know at what point we'll end up in a situation where the soft tyre is actually, like the crossovers happen and the soft tyre is the better tyre to be on.
I believe it. If I remember rightly, it's between lap 14 and 19 is kind of the crossover period for the super, and the super softs have already done 3 laps already.
Yeah. So we're talking about lap 11.
Yeah.
In terms of tyre use already.
Again, this
Madman
is
just clipped the curb on the inside of 13 there, which meant he had to just get out the throttle a little bit. Which
he's
didn't help his run.
still in DRS range though.
He's
Charlie's
still in
dropped out of
DRS
DRS.
range. Yeah, Charlie's got J19 to think about a little bit, although I think Charlie's got the pace to just cruise straight back up to the.
He's proving now. He's straight back in there. Madman with DRS again.
Matey boy right on the back of Callum for P7. Matey boy with DRS, not using it. Oh, there we go, now he is.
KO goes massively wide in turn 1 and 2. It's allowed Madman to close right back up.
Oh, Matey boy's on the grass, on the inside of 1. And there's going to be contact here. Oh, just what avoided. But Artman's past Matey boy. We'll go back to the leaders.
J19 is back on Charlie.
Charlie's made another mistake. He's fallen behind a couple of seconds again. I wonder if he went wide in turn 1 and 2 again.
He may well be struggling with damage. Because he's dropped right off the pace now.
Gap is 9 tenths, 9.5 tenths between the top two.
Oh, he's defending massively against J19. I suspect J19 will be passed at the end, down into the hairpin.
Well, J19's wide though. He got a poor run. So I think Charlie's safe for another lap. There you go. Look, the view I got there. The top 6, all in the same shot coming down the straight.
It's extremely close, about 10 seconds separating the top 6 drivers.
Yeah, 9 to be exact. 9 seconds back to TLK in 6th place. And you got Callum Rose in 7th, who's 17.7 off the lead. So there's a 8.5 second gap between TLK and Callum.
Ooh. Bit of oversteer for J19. He's dropped him off of Charlie's gearbox, so Charlie can breathe for a few corners.
If he has got wing damage, it'll be through here now. These two corners. One of these 2 corners where he'll really struggle. It doesn't appear too bad. I think he's just making a few too many errors.
Yeah.
Meaning he's just falling back. But gap was 3.3 to the leader. It's now 3.6. So he did lose 3 tenths.
What's happening with Madman? He's still 1.4 seconds behind.
He's now out of DRS range.
Yep. KO is still sliding that Ferrari around. Both of them using a lot of curb in the final corner, as Charlie goes very wide in the final corner.
Oh, and TLK does the same in the background as well. TLK's pretty much on the back of Michael C now.
Ooh.
So we've got 2 groups. Oh, yeah, 2 groups of 2.
Whiteside is going for a move. And Whiteside is... Oh, that is horribly cut off.
Oh, there's something going on back there, but with Jay Sturris and Soups.
I don't think...
Whiteside just found his insider line cut off by the Mercedes there.
I don't think he is going to be very happy with White on that one. He may have something to say after the race.
Oh, Madman back down to a 2nd on KO.
Soups is...
Again, he catches the curb on the inside. That does unsettle the car.
Oh, three cars all going wide.
Oh, TLK is lining up. Michael C, the P5. Michael C's also already got his fuel light on as well.
Oh,
That was a late move.
that's a bit
Defending the inside line. Does TLK get the traction in the run? He's
It
alongside him.
It's going to be a side
Oh,
by side.
No, there's contact. There's contact.
Massive
They're both
contact.
off.
Massive contact.
And Michael C retains the place.
That is extremely naughty. And he's got DRS as well. That is very cheeky.
TLK looking straight back up the inside. TLK will just want to get by him because, yeah, I think he'll feel quite aggrieved at that. He's definitely got the grip. He is on the fresher tyres, don't forget, because he didn't get into the top 10. He's up the inside, and he's through this time.
Yeah. Oh,
But Michael looking for the cutback this time.
It's coming back at him. Oh, he's got
TLK's got it.
He's got the traction out the corner. He's got the job done.
Madman again, 9/10. So Madman's back in DRS range.
Oh, Michael Kors.
He's wide though. He's wide in the exit at 12. Alright. Where are we at further down the field?
Artman is on the gearbox of the
JB
Troll.
And we got also Dave 1025 on the back of Putterland. This is for the last place in the points at the moment. 10th and 11th, these two.
So battles up and down the field.
Whiteside's still on the back of White. Well, Whiteside's going wide in 12, so...
JB Troll's showing some lag again, making it difficult for Artman to know where to position the car.
Artman's wide in the last turn.
Wow,
and
so
and Dave 1025.
That could be
Putterland's
considered.
got the green pit light on his graphic. He's in his pit stop window by the looks of it. Oh, there's contact between the two of them.
Ooh.
Dave 1025's nerfed the back of Putterland.
Oh, yeah, he's sneaking up the inside. He's up the inside of him. No,
He's going to become the outside for... Oh, he's back in the slipstream. Look at the inside this time round.
It's late. It's
More
late.
contact.
More. And more. Oh. Dave goes around the outside.
Yeah, round the outside of him.
Putterland is not going to be happy with that at all.
Looks like we're getting close to the pit stop windows. A lot of these drivers are getting their pit symbols appear on their steering wheels. We might see around a stop soon.
Right. So Charlie's dropped about 2.5 seconds off the back of Madman.
This is interesting. Madman was 1.3 behind at the end of Sector 2 there, but as he crossed the start line, it was down to 7/10. So KO's lost 6.
Oh, and he's
6/10.
KO is sliding about horribly.
I think those tyres are starting to cry for help.
Lap 14.
That'll be lap 17 if you think about it, with the quali laps it's done.
He's
and if you remember what he was doing in qualifying, he was drifting it as well.
Yeah. I believe he did two laps on that set of tyres as well in Q2.
He may have done, yes, you might be right there.
So Madman definitely has the upper hand in terms of tyre life at the moment.
He's getting understeer behind KO though. This is his problem. I think he's got the grip at the moment, but
he can't utilise it.
Close enough. He can't get the run through 13 through here.
He's taken a tighter line, which is
he's
compromising
wide,
him.
Though.
He's scrubbing too much speed.
Wide, yeah. Or he's picking up the understeer from the dirty air,
Yeah.
and it's... Well, no, again, he's not close enough. He's just got to hope that KO boxes and maybe gets stuck in a bit of traffic
Yeah.
to try and utilise any pace that he may have. And
And
there goes
KO
KO.
boxes.
It was a
Oh.
bit wide, going into the pit lane entrance.
Ooh. And is that a Ferrari following him in him as well? Who followed him in? Was it Charlie followed him in? So we have Charlie,
KO's
J19.
gone on the softs. KO's managed to get out before Charlie got to his pit box.
Right. Charlie.
That'll be TLK, I'm thinking as well.
Oh, Charlie has gone on to the super soft. So Charlie's definitely got to stop again.
TLK's gone on to the medium.
Right, that's a brave choice. Unless he knows something we don't.
Dave 1025's also in, so the two Torossos are filing in one after the other, and Dave 1025 looks like he's going on to the soft tyre.
Oh, TLK has just come out the pits and pushed J9. It must be
That's Michael C.
Michael C.
in the
wide.
heads.
Yeah, he's pushed him wide.
Michael C's also pitted. And on the soft. So I wonder if Michael C pitted the lap earlier and got the undercut maybe, or trying to get the undercut.
No, TLK came out of the pits and there was no mercy. He just took the racing line and Michael had to take avoiding action.
Right. Well, because of that, KO has actually still managed to come out in second place despite his stop. So he's got no traffic to contend with, and he's now on the fresher tyres. So this gap... Oh, Madman's in!
Ooh,
Madman has pitted.
My question is, what's he going for? What
The medium.
tyre?
That looks like the
Oh,
medium.
that is the medium.
Where's
Madman
KO?
is...
KO's coming out the last corner now, so KO's going to retake the lead.
No, this is going to be very close. Oh, KO has gone through.
Go.
He's gone through.
So we've got KO on the soft, Madman on the medium. Now this is a tyre I wasn't expecting to be used today.
Well, everyone seems to have been staying away from the harder tyre in the game.
Yeah, and we've got TLK and Madman on that tyre.
As JB Troll puts in the fastest lap with a 1:37.
Just looking through the field, see if anyone else is... Nope, it's just the two drivers on the medium. Everyone else is on either the soft or super soft. Now, what pace will Madman have on those tyres? Oh, not very good. He's spinning. Oof. Nearly ended up facing the wrong way. Coming out towards the end of sector 2, but again he's got understeer. Lot of understeer. He's not got those tyres into the sweet spot yet. The cars are starting to spread out a little bit now.
Right.
Michael C's looking at trying to come back at TLK here. The nearest battle in terms of the front runners.
There's a 3-second gap between KO and Madman, and Charlie is closing up to the back of Madman with those super soft tyres.
Yeah, Madman's struggling on those mediums. He made 2 errors on that lap. Had a lot of wheel spin coming out of the double left-hander, nearly spinning it, and then coming onto the up through the long right-hander onto the back straight. Just had tons of understeer.
Yeah, the harder tyre does take some time to get up to temperature.
The field is Relatively, we've got Soups also pitting for the medium, so both McLarens. Well, I mean, Soups is not pulling away. Soups is taking a long time to pull away there.
Well, we know Charlie's going to have to pit again, because he's gone from super soft, super soft. Madman has the ability to go all the way to the end.
I wonder if that's what he's thinking, but surely he's gonna... I mean, the gap's 3.2.
Well, he's
and he's
gained...
gonna be looking in his... He'll be looking in his mirrors in a minute.
Well, let's have a look. KO's last lap was a 37.8. Madman's last lap was a... Well, we'll see.
Gap up to 3.3.
Was a 38.2, so he's lost half a second that lap alone.
Yeah, he looks like he's losing a tenth or two per sector at the moment. And he will come under threat from Charlie because Charlie's on 2 grade of tyres softer than him at the moment, which will give him... Oh, you'll be looking at 1.5 seconds per lap advantage minimum, I would say, around here.
As Charlie puts in another 37.3, which is almost a full second faster than Madman.
Which is just my point made right there.
Yeah.
It's Madman again losing the rear through there. He's still not got that rear comfortable, and he's 3.7 off the lead now, and Charlie is in DRS range, I believe.
Yeah.
Madman was 3.7 off the lead, Charlie's 4.5, so that means a gap of 0.8 between the two of them. Charlie does have DRS.
Charlie has got
close enough to use it though.
Charlie's got his pit button activated on his steering wheel.
Hopefully that's a glitch.
Oh, he's closing up to Madman. Again, a fastest lap, 37.1.
Oh, I'm assuming he'll use a soft tyre for his last stint, if he is two stopping. Madman, despite being on the medium, it's going to be tough for him to get to the end and still have pace. I think those tyres will have the ability to get to the end, but it may not be the quickest way to go things.
He's going to have to... He's losing so much time to KO right now.
Yeah. And KO, I believe, will pit again, and they will have the option to use the soft or the super soft again. Depends what tyre strategy he's gone with.
So for this to work, Madman needs to stay within 20 seconds of KO. But at this rate, I can't see that happening.
The gap's not extending as big as I thought it would. But he is having a look in his mirrors again now because Charlie's right with him.
He's going
looking
for it.
Up the inside.
Charlie is through.
Does he get it slowed down? He does. Oh, Madman hanging it around the outside though.
Gets a better traction on the harder tyre.
And he's back ahead.
Charlie's got DRS. He's going to come back at him into turn 1.
Oh, this could be tight. This could be interesting through turns 1, 2 and 3. No, Madman lets him go.
He's coming back at him. Oh.
Madman lost 0.8 of a second in that last sector fighting with Charlie.
Well, that's released Charlie. Can Charlie have a charge at KO now?
Right, so Madman is now 5 seconds behind the leader. And that gap surely will only get bigger and bigger. Have a look further down the field. Matey boy still hanging on there in P8 with Artman That's actually his teammate, Artman, don't forget. Even though they're in different cars at the moment, they are actually both Williams drivers, so Matey Boy and Artman, P8 and 9. Dave 1025 holding out for P10.
And all the time that Madman and Charlie were battling, J19 was quietly closing up to Madman. Who's
White's 13th. Callum's fallen down to 4. Oh, we got the first retirement, James Reese.
Oh, what has happened there? Where has he gone?
Callum has fallen down to 14th. I don't know what's happened to him, but he was running in the sort of around the 8th place area in the first stint. He's now down in 14th.
Where did Jace Therese go off?
More importantly, was it a crash or did he just retire it?
I hope he just. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I think he's just retired it. It's not showing terminal damage. I think he's just
Yeah.
he's just called it a day.
Well, that's not what we want to see, but the show must go on.
KO is now 3.9 ahead of Charlie. Charlie is keeping that gap steady. 3.7 now, so actually no, gained 2/10 that middle sector.
Wow. Oh, that may be the reason. Jace Therese has picked up 3 seconds for corner cutting. Corner cutting in game 1 place, he had a stop-go penalty.
Oh wow. Okay.
He's had on lap 10. He had a collision with Soups.
He's had a bit of an eventful time then, by the sounds of it.
So has Soups. He's exceeding the track limits quite frequently, and it's only lap 18.
21.
Oh, 21.
Oh, Michael C nearly in the back of TLK at the hairpin.
Yep.
A little bit deep on the brakes there.
Yep.
Charlie is slowly catching up to KO. 3.4 the gap now.
This is the Charlie of old.
Yeah, 3.2. So yeah, it's steadily coming down. He will be the first to pit out of this lot. So he is on the softest grade of tyre compared to any of the top 4. But that might work in his favour. If you think about it, if he's the first to pit, he should get an undercut.
He should. He should get a very nice undercut. So he should be pitting, I'd say around lap 30, 35 maybe.
Between 30 and 35, and I reckon a set of softs should get him to the end there.
Oh, most definitely.
So he will be 2 stopping, looking to go onto the softs at the end.
KO will stop if he's not going. If he's going to try go to the end, which I wouldn't advise. He's going to stop around lap 40, maybe 35 to 40.
Well, if he does that, then he will have to take another set of softs to get to the end.
Yeah.
40. Because the super softs, saying that, might get into the end. They might feel a little bit worse for wear at the end. If he wants to use the super softs at the end, you might have to talk about getting to probably 42 to be safe from any risk and tyre wear and punctures.
Yeah. So Charlie's going to have to go onto the soft. KO would possibly have to go soft again.
I reckon so. It's all about Madman. How long does he go on those mediums?
He's not losing as much time as we'd thought he'd lose.
TLK's in. Oh, the battle going on here. 5th, 6th, and 7th. Michael C, TLK, and JB Troll are all at it.
Oh, there's contact
between TLK and Michael C because TLK's hand comes up saying, "What are you doing?" Round the outside. Oh, TLK's hanging it out. There's more
Oh,
contact.
touching.
And there's going to be more.
Oh, he cut.
There's
Oh,
still.
three of
And
them.
JB Trolls one. The
He
JB
knows.
Trolls one to the. Oh, three
Oh, three
wide.
wide.
Dave
Dave.
25's retired.
No. Oh, three wide.
Oh.
Oh, three wide into the chicane. Oh,
Breathe. Oh, Michael C's back up the inside.
wide. No.
Oh,
No.
oh
Okay.
God. This could end up quite badly.
Both have got DRS. They're going to split him.
Both got.
This is on. This is Zonta. It's hacking and Zonta.
Michael C had Michael C had nowhere to go.
Oh,
But TLK's lost 2 places anyway.
This is excellent driving from all 3 drivers. This is.
So Dave 1025 unfortunately doesn't score.
I wonder, was that a retirement or was that terminal damage? That's no.
JB Troll now is pulling a gap on Michael C and TLK here. These two though, however, TLK and Michael C, I don't think they're done yet, these two.
No, that was a retirement from Dave 1025. He just pulled into the pits and retired.
Some of these drivers learn. Right, what's the situation back up the front? The gap between the top 2 is still at 3.2. That gap has stabilised now. But if anything, Madman is starting to come back at Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie's probably got had the best out of those tyres now. So Madman's coming back into play.
And J19 is just sticking behind. TLK has got DRS on Michael C again, going into the hairpin, but wasn't close enough to do anything about it this time round.
Well, Madman is only 4 seconds off the leader. So if
he's actually gaining.
Yeah.
Because he was as high as 5 and a bit earlier on in the race, so he's actually closing in on the leader now on those mediums. So has he done sufficient testing to know that those mediums are actually decent? Because looking at it, his teammate Soups is now pressurising Whiteside, and Soups is also on those medium tyres.
It is looking like the tyre to be on at the moment.
It's not looking too bad a tyre.
Yeah, so Charlie has got to stop.
Soups and Whiteside are not too far away from being lapped by KO. I'm watching these two, and KO's Ferrari is in the background. So KO is coming up to a group of battling. Oh, Charlie's ahead of Madman.
Yep. Wow. Charlie is out of nowhere.
Madman is closing up, of course. Yeah, you already passed him, didn't he?
Yeah.
I was just sorry, I thought the other way around there for a second.
Bit confused.
Yeah.
Madman is on the back of Charlie though.
Madman is he's closed right back up.
And he's taken another 10th out of KO. So if KO is going to the end, he may well be forced to go to the end.
It's still going to take a lot.
Yeah.
To do that. I just wonder whether Madman has gone on the medium to give him the ability to go on the super softs again at the end. That's the only reason that I can think for him to do this. as the back two runners of Whiteside and Whiteside and Soup, sorry, have been lapped by KO.
And still, the top 4 are within what?
6.5 seconds.
After 26 laps, it is a very tight race.
Soups has got well out of the way of Charlie and Madman.
And then pulls straight into the path of J19.
Oh, Madman's bit of understeer. Oh, J19's off.
No. J19 is... Oh, Madman is right on the back of Charlie.
4.4 seconds from Madman to the leader. Which is brilliant to see.
Yeah.
Ooh. But the top 4 are still so close. Any one of these 4 can still win this race.
No, it's just going to come down to the strategy now. And
also penalties, don't forget.
Yeah. So Charlie's going to we know Charlie has to stop. And he will be...
Charlie to be in the next 3 to 6 laps.
Yeah.
I reckon.
So Charlie will be coming in first. Then it will be either KO or J19.
Yeah, and then Madman will be the last to... Well, you say it'll be the last to stop.
Than they did on the Super
I'm just wondering, is he actually running the medium just because he's suffering with higher tyre deg, maybe?
It's
that
quite
could
possible.
Be a factor that we've not considered here.
It could be very possible.
He only went 1 lap longer than KO, and he was on the soft, and KO was on the super soft. So it's possible that Madman has got a fast setup, but it just eats the tyres.
Yeah, so he may go to another set of mediums,
but then just go to the softs or something. Just try and get him on a tyre that could give him the ability to attack more freely from the outset. These mediums took a good few laps to get up and running.
Well, they did. Well, he's taken another 2 tenths out of KO. And
that's despite the fact being stuck behind Charlie.
Yeah, and Charlie is gaining on KO.
Yeah, another 2 tenths there for Madman.
Yeah. So
Madman's not been getting a good run through 13. He keeps running wide.
Yeah,
he keeps getting too much understeer, and he scrubs off, as you say, he scrubs off too much speed, and ends up too far back by the time they get to the hairpin.
He had a little look.
He's a lot better on the brakes than Charlie. I wonder if Charlie would be thinking about stopping this car soon for another set of tyres. Madman will be looking into turn 1 here.
Charlie's gone defensive. Charlie is making him go around the outside. And
he's going to take that option.
All the way around the outside. Cut back. He's going for another cut back.
He'll try and get the cut back again, get a straighter run out of the corner. But no, Charlie gets a decent.
He's looking at it
as well, Madman.
He's ghosted. Charlie's ghosted. Things are.
As we. That was interesting. We know there definitely is contact on because we've seen collisions.
That's twice I've seen Charlie's car ghost now.
That's weird. How that ghosted. Madman nearly losing the rear again.
Well, it helps Madman.
Yeah, well, it's helped KO as well, which is 5.2. The gap between Madman and KO now. So,
again, Madman, he's not getting the run out onto the straight.
He's closer this time though. Compared to the last lap, he's a lot closer. He will definitely have a look this time round.
On the brakes. Oh, he's locked up.
No, he's
Oh,
made
he's
it
got
stick.
his touch. Very nice. Oh, Charlie's coming back at him.
No, there's nowhere for him to go.
Charlie's got the
Charlie
DRS.
will have a DRS. And he's got a good run. Is he going to have a look back into turn one? Is he going to go around the outside? He does.
Oh.
He's looking. He's trying.
He's got the line.
No, he's going to have to try and cut back, but no, he's ended up going too deep. No, Madman will hold on to this.
Excellent driving from both drivers.
Yeah, and now Madman, can he now focus on KO, or does he just have to focus on Charlie still? 5.3 the gap now.
I think Charlie's still got enough left in the tyres to attack Madman.
How are we looking further down the field? So JB Troll's still 5th, but Michael C and TLK are still nose to tail in 6th and 7th. Matey Boy's all on his own in P8. Puts a land again, also all on his own in P9. And Artman, P10, relatively on his own. He's got White and Callum Rose about 5 seconds behind him, but they're battling. So Artman should be able to pull away from those two.
Mr. Whiteside's having a quiet race in the Renault.
He has got Soups for company. He has had Soups for company for most of the race.
Yeah.
He appears to have hold a bit of advantage over him now over the last 5 or so laps. The gap was 5.3, it's now 5.2. So the slowly starting to come back down again, and he has gapped Charlie now as Madman.
Yeah.
I think Charlie's close to needing a pit stop.
I think the next 2 or 3 laps Charlie will be in.
As TLK looks to line up Michael C once again.
As you know, the undercut is very effective here, so if Madman does need to pit again, Charlie might want to think.
Get the undercut on him.
Yeah. Right.
But Charlie's got to time this right. Get it right so he gets enough laps to get the undercut.
Yeah.
But not put himself in a position where he then runs out of tyres at the end of the race.
Yeah. Well, there's 25 laps to go. You'd probably be comfortable on the soft.
Yeah, easy. I would have thought. If he's been able to do what we're on, I think this is what the 17th lap on these super softs now.
Yep.
You should be able to get, and if we're talking 1 or 2 more laps, he'll be looking close to 20 laps, between 18 and 20 laps. He's in now. So 25 laps on a set of softs should.
What's he going on?
Should be doable. I would assume it's a soft, but we will see.
And it looks like the soft. It is the soft.
It is the soft.
Yep.
Now, does Charlie have a clear track? That is the only. JB Troll's coming out the last corner now. He's just going to get out in front of this group, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
He's done that well.
Crucial for Charlie. And Charlie is going to hold on to P4, and now he's got a nice, clear track to utilise these tyres. But will this trigger an early stop for KO, or for any of these 3?
J19, possible.
These 3, in theory, could all pit now and go onto the softs to the end. They could shorten their stint now to cover off Charlie if they wanted to. But will they want to do that?
I think J19 has got to push because he could possibly lose a lot of ground to Charlie here.
Yeah, you could do. All of these guys could. We've got to keep an eye on Charlie's times here. He's half a minute off the lead. and he was what, 6 seconds off?
Yeah.
So we're talking about 24 seconds. All three of them, all top three have gone round again. We're looking around 24, 25 seconds. The gap needed to stay ahead.
Charlie has picked up a stop-go penalty on lap 31.
Oh, that's the lap he pitted.
Yep.
That'll be for speeding sped in the pit lane.
Yep.
So that will result. He won't pit again. Stop go result. It's like a time penalty.
Yep. So it'll be 5.
So that will be 5 seconds
added
onto
to
the end of his race time. So if Charlie is going to win this race, he's going to need to find 5 seconds on top of any already applied penalties to win this race. But he's not really making any inroads. It's still 30 seconds, that gap. The problem Charlie's got is fuel lights on, so he hasn't got the fuel to burn.
He's into fuel management now.
I'm just wondering, would he burn for a few laps, just use up the fuel for a couple of laps, until maybe these guys pitted, sort of fluctuate between rich and standard.
Yeah.
And then maybe go into fuel management if he gets position. Yeah. It's a risk.
Yeah, but
we've got green flags at the last turn. We've got a spun Red Bull on the exit of the last turn there. Who was that? Was that Callum? It's Callum.
Oh, yeah, look, it's Callum.
Oh, he's going to come out right in front of J19. Look.
And he has got a lot of wing damage. That is a lot of front wing damage.
That is where's Whiteside is just coming around the last corner now, so he's going to lose. He's basically going to be at the back of the field now.
Yeah. That is his race ruined right there.
Right, Charlie's now under half a minute. It's 29 and a half. But he needs to find more. His fuel light's gone out, so he's right on.
He's on the limit.
0. So
more importantly,
he afford to push?
Madman has got to 3.3 seconds behind KO.
I think Charlie's pushing now. He's gained 7 tenths in the last 2 sectors.
Yeah.
Charlie is, I think, now got those tyres working. But the problem is, he still needs to find about 5 seconds to really make a difference on KO. But at the moment, he's 26 behind Madman.
Yeah.
And we think it's about 24 for a stop.
It's going to be extremely tight.
As the top 2 go round again.
And Charlie's coming up to some traffic as well, which is not going to help his cause too much.
29.1 the gap now. The gap's coming. That's a second in a lap he's gained.
Yeah. This could be
that gap. Yeah, this is Soups and Whiteside, this gap, this traffic. But he needs to hope that these two get out of his way when he gets near him. 28.8. He's now right there with Madman if Madman was to pit now.
Yeah, it is. So Charlie can go to the end of the race now.
It just needs Soups to move over now, which he is. Soups is moving out of the way, so
that's well done, Soups.
28.4.
He won't have any issues with Whiteside. Whiteside's very.
It just depends where he catches him.
Hopefully he catches him towards the back straight with a bit of DRS.
Yeah. Maybe just before turn 12, maybe? Yep. That little bit just before the long turn 12, turn 13 section.
Yeah. May help him get... He may pick up DRS here.
No, I think Callum Rose has parked it.
Yeah.
KO goes round again, he's wide. Yeah, Callum's parked his yellow flags on the start-finish straight.
Yeah. Charlie is past Whiteside without an issue.
What's the gap?
Gap
28.2.
28.2. He is
Slowly. He might have lost a little bit.
But more importantly, Madman has got it under 3 seconds to KO. So are these two trying to string it out to the end?
28.3 for Charlie. Charlie actually lost a tenth.
Yeah. He did. He was passing 2 back markers, so to only
3 seconds.
to only lose a tenth with 2 back markers, he's still pushing. We'll go on to KO. KO is looking a little ragged.
3.4. I think Madman had to navigate past the Williams.
Yeah.
Of the matey boy through that sector.
Could be way close, so up to KO because KO was dealing with him too. But KO is. How long has he been on these tyres for?
Well, he pitted that 14. He pitted the same lap as Charlie.
Yeah.
And J19. So 22 laps in now on this set.
He's done. He's just done his.
Oh, he's in.
He's in. He's just done his fastest lap of the race as well. And he comes in.
That's an in lap for you.
Yeah.
Now, what does he go on?
He's gone to soft. So he's going to the end. Now, where does this put Charlie?
He was slow on the exit out of the pits.
Where does this put Charlie? Where does Charlie appear in this?
I think
Charlie's around the last corner.
KO should still be ahead, but it's a lot closer than it has been.
Yep. Now.
But does that mean Charlie's ahead of Madman?
That could well be the case. Now, if we jump
Charlie
on Madman...
Charlie is 24.6 behind Madman. That is around the gap you need to pit. So those two, if Madman pits, those should come out side by side.
No, all eyes are on Madman now. Is he going to try hang it out to the end of the race? Or is he going to cover him off and pit?
Or would he go to about lap 40, 42 and then just go to the super sauce? Risk a bit of a track position initially, but have the fast tyre at the end.
If he's gonna pit, he's got to do it now because he's just gonna he'll lose track position to Charlie. It's guaranteed. And then
J19 also pitted in that and also gone on sauce, by the way.
Oh, KO's locked up into the hairpin.
What does Madman do? He's going round.
Oh, now this will make things interesting. Charlie is 24 seconds flat behind him.
I think if Madman pits, if he does pit again, Charlie will be ahead of him.
Yeah. What is KO behind? KO is 19.4.
He'll definitely be ahead of him. Charlie made a mistake last turn and lost a tenth at last sector. What does Madman do? Is he able to go to the end, or is he purely... I mean, his teammate Soups is in the pits, and he also was on that medium tyre. I don't know whether that's informative info, because Soups has been struggling at the back.
Yeah, so but Madman came in on lap 15. He's been on these tyres for... Oh.
Soups is slow out of the pits as well.
Well, Madman's times.
Charlie, 23.8.
Madman's times are pretty consistent, but he's dropping so much time.
A little bit deep into the hairpin as well for Madman.
Does he pit? Does he pit? No, he's going round.
How far would he go?
He is... potentially throwing away a second place here.
More importantly, a chance of a win.
Yeah. Oh, wait. How far is KO behind him? 18.9 seconds. KO's going to have to catch at a second a lap. Over a second a lap.
Charlie's 23.6 behind.
Charlie is under 24 seconds now, so it definitely put him ahead of Madman.
Madman, if you did. We will see.
Charlie has a 5-second additional penalty, so
yeah, it'll make it very difficult for him to win the race. But he's just got to hope that he hasn't actually got many corner cut penalties in comparison to Madman and KO, so that 5 seconds sort of lessens in terms of time lost.
Madman has only had one warning through the entire race. Oh, he's in?
Madman's in.
What tyre is he going on?
17 laps to go. Oh, Super Soft should do him. He hasn't used them yet this race.
That's gonna be... No, he's going to the soft.
No,
he's got soft.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
KO will go through.
Where
There's
is
KO.
Charlie? Where is Charlie? There is Charlie. He's coming down the pit lane.
Oh, just ahead. Wow, we timed that well.
And Charlie's off. Charlie's off.
Luckily for him, that was the lap smirk of White's day that through, not J19.
Yeah. Yep.
Right, so Madman, 4.3 of KO.
Okay.
Can he catch that in 16 laps?
So KO does not have any warnings whatsoever. Not a single warning to his name.
That's impressive. Very impressive.
Madman has one single warning to his name. So if it stays like this, this is a straight on-track fight for position. Penalties will not be involved in the outcome of the race.
For FA. That's a... Yeah, there's a very low penalty count throughout the field. Might just be the nature of the track, because Michael C also has no warnings. The only drivers I've come across with penalties at the moment are Artman, Charlie and J19.
Yeah. Jace
got 3 seconds on lap 1.
Jace Louise got a few penalties before he retired.
Yeah. What's Madman doing? 3.8! 3.8! That gap's down half a second. Madman is gaining.
So this is both on the same tyre. A few laps younger for Madman. So this is about pure pace now.
Crucially for Madman, as you say, it's a few laps younger his tyres.
Yeah.
So he'll have that tiny advantage you'll get. What, 6%? 8%?
Yeah. Depends if they're a brand new set, which they should be. Unless he used them in he used the soft in qualifying, didn't he?
If you go balanced, you get a soft in quality and an extra set of softs for the race.
Yeah.
So I would, if he's gone that, which I'm pretty sure he would have. If he didn't, if he went for the softies option, then the softies stuck on were the ones they used in stint 1.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that is a fresh set.
He's down to 3.6 now. Charlie is dropping. He's still closing on KO. He is still closing. but crucially he's dropping back from Madman.
Madman gets it down to 3.5.
And the fastest lap of a 1:36. J19 is slowly closing up to Charlie.
Yeah, that last place on the podium isn't done and dusted either.
No. Impressively, the top four are within 10.4 seconds of each other after 42 laps.
TLK pits for the last time today. This is his second stop, so he also went on the mediums. But he's lost out massively to JB Troll. JB Troll's already gone through. But TLK goes on the super soft.
He'll be putting in some quick times.
There goes Michael C. So he's got to pass Michael C again.
Oh.
Those two have been banging wheels all evening.
They're going to be sick of each other by the end of the race.
It's like you with the Renault rear wing last year.
Yeah. Probably going to be looking at a back of a Red Bull wing this year.
Putterland's in P9, but he's also pitting now for the last time. He goes on the super soft. Matey Boy is going to take that 9th place, and Matey Boy, I believe, has already stopped twice. Yes, everyone has stopped at least twice now.
Madman has got it down to 2.7 seconds. He's taken half a second out of him.
Madman, the KO's got to do well to hold on to this. I think it's all about, because it seems like with Madman he's able to catch up, but then as soon as he gets right behind the car, he's not able to do enough to pass it.
It
when he's got to the back of KO.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he had a lot of trouble passing Charlie.
He did. Well, Madman's got to navigate past Putterland first and lap him. Putterland's just come out of the pits and is on the super soft, so may not be that slow either.
Yeah. Ooh.
Could be some difficult traffic to navigate this.
Oh, Putterland's this is gonna cost Madman. He may benefit from DRS.
Yeah, Madman's going to get DRS here. Putterland should move out of the way on the straight, which I believe he's doing.
Madman takes the usual wide line.
Madman's also getting slipstream. Putterland move out the way.
Putterland. Yeah, it looks like no, he's not. Yeah, yes, he has. Yes, he is.
I was getting a bit worried there. How much did that help?
That's helped a lot. That is significantly closed the gap.
It was 2 seconds. It's 1.8. He gained in 0.2.
Madman's been gaining a lot in the middle sector though.
13 laps to go. Top two separated by less than 2 seconds. Game on for the rest of this race. 1.4.
KO is starting to look a little ragged again. The rear end is starting to slide about at that Ferrari.
And if you say Madman is gaining most of his time in his middle sector, how close would he be to DRS range? The gap was 1.4, now 1.2. He might get DRS down the pit straight. I don't think he'll be close enough here.
He'll be close enough for a slipstream. He may get DRS. Looking at that.
No, he's just had a really good run. He's just had a really good run through 13. That is less than a second now. That's about 7 tenths, that gap.
On the brakes, he's closed up even more. This is definitely going to
should get DRS here.
Yeah, he's definitely.
There you go.
Yeah.
Gaps 7 tenths.
Here we go.
Game on. battle on for the lead and for the win. Neither of these guys have got penalties, so straight fight. First over the line, assuming they don't actually get any penalties between now and the end of the race, first over the line will win this.
Two completely different strategies and tyre choices, and they've ended up half a
second apart.
Yeah.
After 45 laps. Charlie has fallen a long way back now.
Yeah.
Charlie is now
under attack from J19.
Yeah, J19 is half a second behind him. So we've got two battles, both for the podium slots.
Yep. Charlie seems to be struggling a tiny bit now. May have taken too much out of his tyres.
Madman has got a very clever line through 13. That was a lot better. He's right with him.
Oh,
in the slipstream.
Oh, there's back markers to contend with as well. This is looking very, very dangerous.
Kayo's got some good straight line speed in that Ferrari, but Madman onto the outside.
On the brakes, he's going around the outside.
Oh, there's a nudge. There's a touch.
There's a nudge. Madman's up on the curve.
And another touch. And another touch. This is going to be. This is not.
Oh, another touch. Both of them want a bit of body work each. Oh, still side by side.
I think that McLaren wants that Ferrari power.
Yeah, it probably does.
Oh,
still side by side. They refuse to give up.
Madman's got it done. Oh, Kayo's got a decent. Is he going to look back up the inside? He is.
He is. He's back down.
He's up the inside. More contacts.
Look. Little nudges. Side by side again. Through the sweeping.
Oh my words, these two are leaving each other nothing. And Kayo's back in front.
This is side by side for almost an entire lap.
Madman's got to do what he did last lap and get the run down the back straight again.
Oh, he's great on it
again.
He's going to get the DRS. But he's done it. He's doing it again.
Yeah, he's got the run. It's about the same as it was last time, but Kayo's got decent straight line speed in that Ferrari. Oh, no more contacts down the straight. Where is he?
Oh, still there.
Still there. He's got it done this time, but KO will get the DRS this time. Down towards turn 1. And he's got a good run.
Nothing between these two.
KO is going to look into turn 1 here.
Oh. I think Madman.
That was a bigger contact. KO is off now.
KO may have got some damage from that one.
Yeah, KO may have just cost himself a win there. So he seemed to turn in onto Madman there.
Well, Madman threw his hand up in frustration.
Has a gap over a second.
Yeah. I think.
Well, that's low now. Let's go. The battle for P3. Yep. This is still on. Charlie and J19.
KO looks like he. Yeah. It looks like KO's got wing damage.
Now, can these two do anything about KO then? If KO's suffering with wing damage. 10 laps to go. You would think if you've got wing damage, you'll lose, what, a couple of seconds a lap?
Oh, most definitely.
These two not only could be battling for P3, they could find themselves amongst that Ferrari at the end of the race. It's KO, yeah, KO's dropped 2.5 seconds this lap.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a... It looks like there's end-plane, there's front wing damage, there's end-plate damage.
Front wing is
looking more like an ironing board than an F1 wing.
3.2, he's definitely, So that's the lead battle done.
Question is now, can Charlie And J19 close up to KO.
9 seconds. 9 seconds. Oh, J19 spun.
Oh, he's held it. Has he held it? Yeah, he's held it. Very impressive.
Done, J19. KO 3.3 behind. Charlie 12.3 behind. So it's still 9 seconds. But it'll be through here. It'll be this sector in particular where KO will lose the majority of his time.
Yeah,
you would have thought. KO, yeah, 4.6 behind the leader now. He's lost 1.3. And Charlie,
he's going to be struggling all the way through here. He's
8 seconds the gap. He took a second out of him in sector 2.
Yeah. This Charlie is going to be right on him.
These two, Charlie and J19, yeah, will be with him with probably what, around that 54, 55, something like that. And if they do get near him, KO surely won't have an answer.
No, he won't have any defence in the middle sector.
KO is now 5.2 off the lead. Charlie's
KO has gone very wide, very wide. He's on the grass in turn 1.
Oh yeah, that might just cost him a podium here today. That could well have just cost him a podium because these two, third and fourth, are catching him quickly.
KO is making mistakes constantly now. He can't do anything about it. There's too much damage to the front of that car.
There'll be certain parts of the track now where Charlie and maybe even J19 can see. They'll be able to see that Ferrari in the distance. And as you say, KO, he just won't.
Yeah.
He can't do anything about it now.
Charlie can actually, from on board Charlie, you can actually see KO in the distance. You can visibly see it getting closer.
The gap is 5.5 seconds.
Yeah.
The problem is Charlie's still in fuel save. Charlie's still got a fuel light. So
yeah, he's well, the fuel light's just gone off for me.
So he's right. Yeah, it's gone up for me as well. So again, he's right on that crossover between having fuel and not having enough fuel.
Yeah, no, he's come back on again now. He's running it in rich down the straights and then flicking it into lean in the middle sector. Charlie is doing absolutely everything he can, and J19 is right on his gearbox. Oh, KO Pudland is trying to unlap himself. Is that Pudland?
Yeah, I was just about to say Pudland, just in front of KO, not too, literally a corner or two up the road, is Matey Boy, who's P9. Yeah. Putterland's 10. Putterland still has a chance of getting P9, but he's got to get past KO to do that.
But can he pull away from KO quick enough to stop the blue flags?
Well, you would think if he passes him at the right point, he should do. He's got the downforce to do it.
He's got DRS now. He'll have the DRS.
He's got so much understeer though through 13. But would he use the DRS?
Oh, Charlie is right there. Charlie is on the back straight with KO. Oh.
That's Putterland on the back of KO. Putterland is overtaking KO.
No, he's not. He's backed out of it.
Ooh.
This is making things very, very interesting.
And there is Charlie and J19 in the background.
Look, KO's got the fuel light on as well. KO's fuel light is flickering.
The tension. It's almost unbearable.
Oh. Who is that behind KO now?
That's Putterland. That's Putterland still trying to unlap him.
No, there's a McLaren there. That matey boy. That's matey boy.
No, McLaren. That might be Soup's retired car.
Yeah, yeah. That could possibly,
that might be Soup's retired car because Madman's in the lead, and if it's a
Yeah,
McLaren, then it'll be Soup.
Yeah, it's Soups' retired car causing havoc. KO has got 5 laps to hang on.
Charlie, in his first race of the season, he didn't make Australia, so he didn't have the game. In his first race of the season, he's looking at potentially having second place here.
Oh,
because there is KO. Literally, what, 3 seconds now? He's still got Putterland in the middle.
Right, let's have a look at them. Okay. Right. Potentially, Charlie needs to pull at least a 2-second gap on J19 to hold on to stay ahead of J19.
The thing is, Charlie needs to pull 5 seconds on KO. But you think with the downforce he's got, if he gets ahead of him, you wouldn't bet against him doing that with the damage that KO is currently having to deal with.
But will he have enough laps to catch and get past and create that gap? That is the question.
He might be close enough at the end of this lap because KO loses all his time through the fast section in the middle part of this lap.
This is where Charlie starts to close up from here.
Yeah.
And he's got Putterland acting as a rear gunner.
Putterland will need to move out of the way.
Yeah.
I think Putterland has been a little bit almost too kind. I think Putterland could easily get past KO and then pull away and utilise those super softs he's on.
Yeah.
He's moved out of the way of Charlie now.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Right. Yep.
There we go. So Charlie...
right into the way of J19.
Charlie's not quite in DRS range this lap, but he can carry so much more speed through 13.
Yep.
Oh, he is in DRS range.
Yes.
Sorry, he is.
J19's got DRS off of Putterland as well, but he's nowhere near passing him.
Putterland's backing off though.
Oh, yeah.
So Charlie will have... Oh, he's got to get past him. This lap, he would have thought. Lap 53.
Yeah.
Give him 3 laps.
He's got a good run. He's got DRS.
He won't be close enough, but KO will be so slow through here.
Yeah.
Although if you think about it... Oh, Charlie's gone wide!
Oh,
Charlie's
come on, Charlie.
lost it!
Oh, the tension.
Oh, so he's ghosted again.
Charlie's got to do all that work again. Meanwhile, Madman is 16.1 seconds up the road.
Madman has how much time is KO is losing.
Madman has checked out well and truly. And is that rain I see?
Oh no, please no.
Is that a few sprinkles of rain? Or is that my TV?
Doesn't look... It doesn't look like it. Well, not on my screen, it doesn't look like it anyway. Ooh. I'm not getting any droplets appearing on my screen yet.
KO's fuel light.
J19. He's looking to make a move on Charlie. He's not quite close enough.
KO is running his car very low on fuel. It's flickering on and off constantly.
So's Charlie's. Charlie's is more on than off at the moment. There you go. It's just gone off now.
What's J19? J19 he seems to be okay at the moment. Charlie's gone wide in turn 1 again. Again, they're catching up. They're catching KO. Second, third, and fourth, all within 2 seconds of each other.
This all could come down to the last lap. With that mistake Charlie made, this could end up being the last lap battle.
Yep.
But it could all be a little bit irrelevant for Charlie with that stop-go he's got.
J19's got 1 3-second penalty. But what has KO picked up anything with the damage he's been carrying?
No.
No, very impressive. The damaged car's still not picked up any penalties. Not even a warning. Oh, so Charlie has got a penalty as well.
Oh, so that's 8 seconds now.
Yep. What's
So,
J19? J19's got penalty. Oh, 1 more warning from J19. He's going to get a penalty.
So he's only got 2 warnings at the moment.
Yeah. Well, he's got 1 penalty and 2 warnings.
Oh, right. So at the moment, so KO, he could probably still get past Spidey still in the last lap and still end up second. This J19's looking around the outside of Charlie. Charlie fends him off well.
And they're all closing up to all the time, closing up to KO.
We'll see, the longer these two battle, the longer it will take him to catch KO. And KO will just be egging them on to just egging J19 on to just keep having a go. JB Troll looks set for P5. TLK set for P6 and Michael C 7th. Artman 8th.
Charlie
Boy 9th and Putterland's 10th.
Charlie is on the back of KO now. He is on the back. He will get DRS this lap.
He should get the run through 13 as well. If he can keep this car, if he can get the run, yep, DRS range, is he close enough? It is going to come down to the last lap, folks. I'm sorry, Madman, if you watch this back and you wonder why you're not getting much of a viewing at the moment. It's because you're behind you. It's all going off. Madman has started the last lap. We will go to him.
Eventually.
Eventually. We'll try and leave it as late as possible.
But
Charlie is now looking.
Charlie's fuel light is back on. Charlie may not make the end of the lap.
Oh. He's up the inside. He's up the inside.
He's got him. Charlie has got him. J19 is trying to follow him for it. No,
KO's fought back. KO's fought back.
Oh, KO has done well there.
He'll have a look up. He'll have a look up the inside here. Surely.
Charlie's going. Charlie's gone round the outside. Ghosting. Oh, right down the inside.
KO can't answer here. Surely he hasn't got the downforce.
J19 is going round down the inside and the outside.
Oh.
They are too wide, trying to attack KO.
J19's got past Charlie. Charlie's off.
Charlie's off. Now to J19.
Where's Madman's come up to the hairpin. I've got to go to Madman to watch him cross the start-finish line.
I am staying on this battle. I am staying on J19.
Madman is coming around the final corner to take win number 2 of the season.
J19 is on KO's gearbox. He's got DRS. He is going down the outside of him.
Oh my word.
They lock up. Both of them lock up. Oh, side by side.
Oh, KO's running out of roads.
Oh, it's a bit naughty. That is a bit naughty.
Out of the last corner, KO's got to hold on to second on the roads.
That is a brilliant drive from KO.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that is brilliant from KO. Absolutely brilliant driving from KO, J19 and Charlie. JB Troll brings it home in 5th.
He wasn't actually that far behind in the end either. JB Troll 5th, TLK that is in the background coming over for P6. That'll be him just going over the finish line now. Michael C.
Lovely. Brings it home in 7th for Haas. Mr.
2 races
Whiteside.
into his debut season.
Mr. Whiteside is bringing it home in 12th. Although I don't quite get that because there's only 7 cars. How many cars left?
It was about 12.
Yeah.
I think there's a few lap cars already crossed the line.
So put Lamprick
Whiteside will be the last Whiteside will be the last of the cars to cross the line. He's 3 minutes 11 down, so that's 2 laps behind.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that was an extremely entertaining race.
Yeah, so Madman, KO, J19 are your top 3.
Extremely, wow.
Yeah.
Kind of lost for
Very
words.
impressive driving there.
Lost for words with that.
We'll give you the rest of the order in a moment. Here we go. So Charlie does hold on to 4th. He gave him 3 seconds in the end. The pits apply that stop go.
Yeah. Oh.
There.
He may have done it at his pit stop. May have applied it.
I thought he got it on his last. Oh no, he wouldn't have done. Yeah, you might be right. JB Troll on P5, TLK 6th, Michael C 7th, Artman P8, Matey Boy 9th, Putterland 10th, with White and Whiteside 11th and 12th. And then you got Soups, Callum Rose, Dave 1025, J Series all retire. And also BK never actually took the race start. He did the qualifying, but didn't actually take the race start.
Well.
So, what a race we've witnessed there. We've been quite lucky over the last couple of seasons with the F2/GP2 races that we've commentated on.
Yep.
And that is right up there with them.
Well, the last one we commentated on in Russia, that was a fun-filled race. That was fully packed.
I've had a few entertaining ones. As I say, that's right up there. Yeah. There was some magnificent driving we've just witnessed there.
Definitely.
How KO held on to second there, I would never know.
Driving almost 15 laps with a damaged front wing. Well, more than 15 laps.
Side by side with cars through fast turns, and he should not have had the downforce to be able to even remotely consider hanging on to it.
Yeah. Oh. Well,
somehow he managed to.
Well, brilliant racing from all. It's left me speechless.
Yeah, me too.